Hello, and welcome back to the Solo Hunter Diaries, episode number 12. I am Kishal Aderon, and we are going to see the death of a Procurer. Before we get into this particular kill, I want to pause and talk about a few things. First, this particular footage actually comes from November of last year, so that's November of 2023. I actually spent this afternoon organizing my content and getting it all put together. So you're going to start seeing a mixture of some of my old solo kills and hopefully new kills. So the next thing I want to address is a comment I got on my last video from Table Soup. Table Soup says, can barely read the text, really could do with using a larger font in game or lower resolution so it doesn't downscale so badly. One thing I want you to realize is, besides the fact that I have a huge, giant 34-inch 4K screen, I play in a lower resolution because I also often stream, and I do this for OPSEC. The stream doesn't come through very well, people can't figure out where I am, and I don't have to blur as much. But also, when I'm out solo hunting, I'm actually playing the game. Yes, I'm getting this content for YouTube for you guys to watch, but this is also my gameplay. So I don't want to massively scale up the text. I don't want to massively change my setup because this is what works for me and allows me to do the things I do in EVE Online. Now, with that being said, you will find that my tutorials usually are scaled up so people can see the text clearly and the icons and understand what's going on. But Table Soup, I do promise that when I do future solo hunting, I will try to keep it in mind and see if I can scale up about 25%, which should make things a little bit easier to read. Alrighty, so now that we got that out of the way, we have a Procurer that needs to die. So I do want to think it was November of last year that I went ahead and upgraded myself from the Astero to the Tengu. And this is mostly because at this point I'm also pretty over ventures. Don't worry, like you saw in the last video, there are still plenty of ventures that just have to die for various transgressions. But I found that if I'm really patient and I sit next to them cloaked, chances are something bigger is going to come by and blap them, and that's a little bit more fulfilling. Now, I want you to notice that I do have the safety set to yellow. I have gotten pretty good about this this year. There's still a few times that I have it green because I've been running incursions and forgot, but it's easier to remember to change it over now. If you were paying attention, you will have noticed that I actually uncloaked myself while I was in warp. That was around a minute 4 seconds. You are going to notice in future videos I'm not the best at remembering to decloak before I land, but I still get plenty of targets and plenty of explosions. At the time of this encounter, the individual had been playing EVE for well over 2 years, and he didn't notice my combat probes. Shame, shame. As you can see by my shield, he is actually applying his drones, so that's good. He is attempting to fight back. I found that there's plenty of people in bigger non-venture ships who just don't fight back. They probably do the deer in a headlight thing and don't know how to react. As you can see, I could easily tank his damage. I have self-rep, and all I had to do is wait to break into the hole, and then it is game over. According to Zkill, there was about 25,211 damage put on this particular Procurer. Unfortunately, the loot fairy said, yeah, no on this one. I'd really like to have gotten the damage control so I could refit it on ships that I give on handouts, but that just didn't happen. I did get a Gas Cloud Harvester 2 for, on Zkill, is roughly 7.5 mil, and I got a bunch of Federation Navy Hobgoblins, which were about 16 mil evaluated on Zkill. In hindsight, I probably should have overheated my weapons and gotten this done and over with a little bit faster, but hey ho, hindsight and all that good stuff. And here we go, Mr. Procurer is a goner, and he explodes very prettily. At least I think he does. And there's my loot. There's the explosion. And then I'm going to GTFO, more or less, after blowing up the wreck, of course. Main reason that I like blowing up the wreck is if I want to come back to this particular gas cloud or whatever, asteroid belt, whatever I was at, then I can come back and people aren't going to be suspicious of the wrecks that I leave behind. Now that I think about it, I probably should have like a salvager that I can put on there or something. Too much effort. And there we go with episode number 12 of the Solo Hunter Diaries. You saw me kill something else, and I have plenty of videos of other nice little kills that aren't a venture, so something to look forward to. Until the next episode of the Solo Hunter Diaries, fly smart, fly safe, and remember, in space, no one can hear you laugh, so have fun.
It's been a long time, my friend, a long time. Yet it seems to have gone by in just a flash. A lot of you shooting me, a lot of me shooting you, and Concord kicking everybody's ass. We have ignited violence on a massive scale. Scramble those who try to walk away. Nothing says I love you like a kill mail. So don't be surprised if I send you one.